Welcome to the David Bradley Show with your host, David Bradley.
Hey guys, how's it going? So anyway, we had some problems the last show, and it was a little crazy. I couldn't, for some reason, we were having trouble with a software that we were using for the live streaming stuff. So I think here for a little bit, we're going to just do the recording part of it, and then I'll edit and do everything that I need to do and get it out to you guys. We're going to try to stick with a Wednesday schedule. I'm thinking maybe 6, 7 o'clock Wednesday, and we'll get all the episodes out to y'all because I want to thank everybody that watches the show, because we just recently did knock it off the wall, whatever you want to do. I don't care. 250 episodes of, yeah, right. You know, of the David Bradley Show. So we've had some great artists on, and we love all you guys that are actually watching and listening on the podcast side. It's just a whole lot of fun, and it really, really warms my heart because we're doing it for the artist. We're doing it to get them out there. We're doing it to where you can get in touch with the people that you actually like to hear, and you actually get to see a better side of that person. So anyway, without further ado, let's talk to Mr. Jet Jurgensmeyer. I'm still having trouble with your last name. You know that, right?
It's okay. I mean, most people do.
Yeah, it's crazy as all get out.
Yes.
So how you been, buddy?
I've been good. Busy. I'm kind of glad that summer's over. I know that's wild to say, especially since that is the busiest time for a musician.
Mm-hmm.
But because it's the busiest time for a musician, now that fall's here, I am so excited.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Well, I mean, I think, and this is just me, I think during the summer, that's the playing shows and having fun and getting out there. But when the winter hits, you got the holidays coming.
Right around the corner.
You got family time, but you also got time to where you can sit back and reflect and write some of them good songs.
Yes, absolutely. And you can also, you know, you can get in the studio. You can record those good songs.
Yeah.
So that way you have something to drop come spring.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see what people think of the songs that I've written during this time.
Oh, yeah.
And what I've recorded so far. We've got an EP in the works that I'm right around the corner from getting finished mixed. So it should be pretty soon, and people will be able to hear a full project.
That'll be
or
awesome.
A full EP. Yeah.
Yeah, that's, well, I mean, I'm an LP guy. I want the long version.
I know. I've never done an EP. I've always done long form, you know, full project albums, you know, 10, 12 songs. And those are a lot. They're hard to do. And a lot of times you find yourself, you know, you've got that, like my last album, I had a 12-song goal in mind.
Right.
And I had 9 or I had 10 songs done. I was like, man, I need these 2 songs. Well, then that took forever. And I was really kind of gatekeeping 9 or 10 songs that I loved, that people wanted, that I would perform out, and people would ask me where they could hear it. And I was like, well, it's not out yet.
Yeah.
So for the EP, we kind of made the decision, you know, we've got 7 songs on there, and one more that an acoustic version is already out, that we did a full band version. The acoustic version will also be considered part of this EP. So 8 songs.
Yeah.
It was just one of those things where I was ready to put them out there. People wanted to hear them. I wanted people to hear them. Red, my newest single, is a part of that EP. So
yeah.
And it kind of goes away from my whole album thing. You know, I've got the phases on my album titles. We've got a phase 1, Discover, The Ride, phase 2. This is kind of a break between whatever phase 3 is going to be.
Right.
And the next phase is after that. So this will be a nice little break.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Because as soon as I seen that you were posting up, you know, Red's out and all this other stuff, I started sharing the hell out of it because I want people to hear your stuff.
Thank you.
You got some real good stuff.
Thank you.
It amazes me.
Thank you. It amazes me too, the reaction some people have to some of the songs. Like, I'm not saying that in an egotistical way. I'm being genuine about that. Like, I understand that some of these songs are from my own personal experience, and maybe that can help somebody else go. But some of the response that we have to Red, that we have to some of the other songs that I've performed out live that are part of this EP, where they're like, man, I felt like, that was something that needed to be said, or like Red says, or some people like I've seen that will be in the audience and know every word to some of my songs, some of my older songs that I don't really play out that much, and they'll yell up and ask me to play one of them, and I'm like,
what?
I was like 15 when that song. That was like 5 years. That was almost 6 years ago. I'm gonna be 21 next month. Like,
well, that's what gets me with you, because a lot of people, they see you as this young guy, and immediately they don't think you've been in the industry that long.
Yeah.
But when you get into the backstory of what makes Jet, it all goes back to that first time you was playing at the Palace, man. I mean,
well, that was like the last time that I saw you was at the Palace.
Yeah.
Was for the Joe Diffie show.
Yeah.
And that front stage that I performed on was the first ever stage I ever performed on when I was 3. It was the first stage I ever got up on, and I probably sang either Jesus Loves Me or White Lightning.
Yeah.
Those are like my 2 favorite songs, which, sidebar, because we have ADHD and get distracted, I have to say this. I got to sing White Lightning on stage with George Jones at the Palace.
Sweet.
When I was like 4 or 5. That was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
Looking back now, I'm like, I got to sing White Lightning with the Possum on stage. That's cool. But anyways, wait, back to the main story. Sorry. The Palace, I was 3 years old. It was the first time I ever got on stage. First time I ever entertained people professionally.
Yeah.
Not saying I was professional, but at a level that, is people are there to listen to music.
Right. And that's what I mean, because you've had all this time in the music industry, and right now, even though you look young, you've got that old music soul.
Well, that's what I grew up with. I mean, if you grew up at the Palace, Broadway wasn't what it is today.
Right.
There wasn't a Miranda Lambert and Aldean's. There wasn't any of those bars downtown. There wasn't any of the Luke Bryan bars. So that young kind of person crowd wasn't really a thing.
Yeah.
So I grew up with old country music. That's what obviously I listened to Florida Georgia Line and Aldean, and they were a lot of my inspirations. But I grew up listening to the old country. That was what my parents, raised me on. And if you're at the Nashville Palace, that's what you're there to listen to. You're across the street from the Grand Ole Opry.
Well, yeah. And then you got,
Randy Travis, got his start at the Nashville Palace.
Yeah.
He was washing dishes in the back and would get up on stage and sing. And that's pretty cool.
She's holding a white sign up to you.
Yeah, I keep forgetting we're just recording and not live. So can you pull your mic down a little bit so they can see your... Because it's just like you talking and your nose up.
I'm so sorry. Guys, you have to put this at the end of the episode now and be like, my bad.
No.
My fault, gang. Sorry.
I might just leave it in. You never know.
Leave it in. There you go.
Sometimes he does that, and then it's like, oh, okay, well, he didn't edit that out.
My fault. Yeah, so...
Caitlin checks me every now and then on stuff.
There we go. Thank you. That environment of the Palace is what kind of helped me be an old soul very young.
Yeah.
And it's weird when I talk to people about being in the industry, but I'm like, well, it's all I've known, whether it be live performance is all I've known, whether it be music publishing. My parents have a publishing company. So I grew up around pitch meetings. I know what a pitch report looks like. I know what a song plugger is. So it's an interesting being in an industry for so long, but just now being able to pursue really arguably full time,
right,
a career in it at something different.
So
it's weird.
And that's what I like though, because I think that's what, I don't know, minding your ability to just freaking sit and rattle about all kinds of daggum things is
proof just... right now. This is proof. Both of us together. It's a wild event.
It's crazy.
The last time we talked was CMA, and what was going to be 5-10 minute stop. I think I was at y'all's booth for 20 minutes. Does anybody know this statistic?
I know my boyfriend's mom kept asking you a bunch of questions.
I remember this. I
Yep.
do remember that.
So I think you stayed for quite a bit.
We were there for a good bit. I mean,
Yep.
it was a good time. We talked about everything.
Pretty much. Tried to anyway.
We solved a lot of the world's problems, honestly. I think we should just run.
Yeah, well, it's I don't want the headache.
I don't either. It seems like there's just so much drama.
Yeah.
I thought about it. We thought about it for a minute, but we just decided
No,
for the sake of the greater good.
I would rather just hang out with people and make good friends and have good conversation.
Exactly.
Because
Sounds way more fun.
Well,
and way
yeah.
more efficient.
if more people would just sit back and have a conversation, a lot more things could get solved.
Who would have thunk it? If we all
thought?
start treating each other like humans, who'd have thunk it?
Well, there's some that are not really what you.
Well, there's some people that you're like, all right, I tried. I'll always try.
Which galaxy was this person from?
That's a good point to make.
Yeah,
You never know.
It's like you mentioned Star Wars or Star Trek around them, and they're just like, right over their head.
Star Wars is the greatest franchise ever created. I will fight people that disagree with me.
I agree.
Thank you. My dad is a Star Trek fan. He loves Star Wars, but he's a Star Trek guy. I'm sorry, but that knockoff can just go. Okay? Star Wars. Maybe I'm a little biased because I know Mark Hamill on like a personal level.
Yeah.
I worked with him a couple of times. So I might be a little biased, but Star Wars is the greatest thing. And the best movie is Return of the Jedi. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
It's weird because even to this day, I still like the very first one.
A New Hope, it's a great one. It's amazing.
Because,
well, yeah, that's A New Hope.
my mom didn't want to go, but my dad took me
That's cool.
to the theater the first it came out. And
That's
we were
pretty neat.
there. And we're in a theater, dude, that are like, all seats are gone.
And a movie like this has never been done.
Never.
Revolutionary. I wish I could have experienced that.
And we're all sitting there, and they've got the new Dolby surround sound in the theaters,
Yeah.
And it was just, dude, it was freaking amazing.
That's cool.
Just to be that kid in that theater watching it for the first time ever.
And my dad told me, because he remembers going to that, he told me it wasn't called Star Wars A New Hope. It was just Star Wars.
Just it.
And then when they came out with the ones later, that was when
Yeah.
they started putting names after them
Yeah.
and numbers. That's so wild to think about because I grew
Yeah.
up when the prequels were already getting made,
Yeah.
which is so weird to me. Those are not the first ones. They might be numbered 1, 2, and 3. Those are not the first ones.
No.
A New Hope is the first one.
Yeah.
All right? Let's be
But-
real.
I like the whole thing. I like the whole franchise that they've done, everything that they've done with it.
Even though he has a lot of homework to do.
Yeah.
He doesn't know who Grogu is.
What?
Grogu's my favorite.
You don't know who Grogu is?
She calls him Grogu.
That's his name.
His name's Grogu.
His name is Grogu. You call him Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda.
Okay. All right. I'm glad that has been.
That is just that. I'm sorry. Yoda is Yoda, dude. I mean, I don't care how big he is. That is freaking
Wait.
Yoda.
Yes, Yoda's Yoda, but Grogu is Grogu.
Grogu is Grogu.
He's from Mandalorian.
But he's so cute. He looks like
He's
Yoda.
cute. He's my
He's
favorite.
the same species. We're not going to debate this. All right. No, but you know what's funny? What you said something that I can relate to here is the like no matter the generation, it's always the same story of mom didn't want to go, but dad took me to go see the newest movie. That's exactly like. Mom is like sick at this point of watching Star Wars over again, but my dad is always down to watch Revenge of the Sith. I don't know, prequel. But like that's just how it is. Now, I will say my mom loves Harrison Ford. So when he was going to be in the new ones, we obviously went and she wanted to go see that.
Well, yeah.
And if you haven't, all right, spoiler alert, but if you haven't seen this at this point, it's been out for like almost 10 years. That's not on me. When he died on what was it? The Last Jedi? No. What was the first one that they had Rey in? No, it was the next one that Rey was in that they killed him off. I can't remember.
Yeah, Ray was in the second one, and then
I thought he died in Return of the or Skywalker or whatever, didn't he?
Maybe, yeah.
I think he died in the last
did.
one.
Yes, he
Yeah,
did.
it was. Yeah, it was a Skywalker.
Because
So-
Ren killed him.
Yeah. So when he died, my mom in the theater, I'm not making this up. I'm not trying to get people to laugh. She literally yelled out in horror in the theater.
Wow.
In a packed theater. It was opening weekend. And she, no! Yells out, grabs my dad. He had marks on his arm from her grabbing him so hard. And we leave the theater after the movie, and I was like, what was that? And my dad's like, look at my arm. It was very funny because it went into the storyline. So as a Star Wars fan, I'm like, oh, wow,
It touches you.
yeah. But my mom, she took it on like a personal level that they killed off Harrison Ford.
That is
Again,
wild.
if that's a surprise to you, go watch the movie.
Yeah.
Don't hate on me. Come on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're not giving details how it happened, but yeah, he died.
Yeah, Kylo Ren kills him.
By his own son. His own son killed him.
Yeah, it's
Spoiler.
one of those things.
Spoiler alert.
But that's the one thing I loved about Dad. You know, it was like when Superman first came out.
Oh, I can only imagine. Whoa.
Dude, we're sitting there watching Superman, you know, and
What?
Star Wars came out and all this other stuff. And I remember when the Star Trek movies first came out? Mm-hmm. Me and Dad.
Really?
Right there.
So was Superman like the first comic book guy to have his own movie, or was that Batman?
You know, there's a fine line there because you've got movie, but then you got regular TV.
Because Batman had a TV show.
Yeah, Batman had his TV
And
show.
Superman.
Superman
And
did as well,
Superman.
because Dean Cain played Superman, but that was later on in life because I know Dean.
Yeah.
But I remember watching one of the old Superman movies, and to turn back time, he flew in the opposite direction of the Earth's rotation
Yeah, that was the.
and spun it backwards, and time just.
I think it was the second one. No, it was.
And
the
that was an
third.
old movie
It might have been the
to
third
me.
one. Yeah, it was an old movie.
That's wild.
It was way back in the day.
See what I mean? We have ADHD. We got distracted. How did we get to Superman from me getting on stage? That's pretty cool.
It started with
honestly.
Star Wars, is all I know.
It did start with Star Wars.
It's one of those things.
Star Wars, again, is the greatest franchise.
Yeah, because dude, I had a girlfriend back then, and her younger brother turned into one of the biggest Star Wars fans that I'd ever seen in my life.
That's funny.
And she had a birthday party, and of course, it was all kinds of people invited and everything. And I'm talking to her younger brother, and he brung up Star Wars stuff, and I'm sitting there talking to him about that, you know. And he's like, "Dude, you got to come see some of this." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And I go in there, and he's got every freaking toy.
That's awesome. That's
Hey,
so cool.
He's got the big cruiser. He's got all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, the only thing I could think of was your dad must have spent a freaking fortune on this stuff.
That's pretty cool.
But then I think about it today and I'm like, wonder if he's got any of that left.
If he does, he should wait until the next one comes out and then sell it all.
Yeah.
Oh my, and then retire happy.
I'm
That's
curious
wild.
if another one's going to come out because they just canceled the daggum Kylo Ren one.
I know.
They got the script, they got the director, they got everything, and then Disney is not going to let it do.
Yeah, because Kylo Ren needs his own storyline because he kind of just appeared and it's like, oh, he's Han Solo and Leia's son. It's like, cool, but
Yeah, can we see the
story?
Yeah, some kind of backstory
I think
or
everybody
something.
wants to know how he got that way because
even
he was
Darth
good.
Maul, even Darth Maul got a backstory in Clone Wars.
Yes, he
Yeah.
did. That was a great show, by the way.
That was a really
such
good show.
It was weird because I mean they touched on it a little bit, where they showed him and Luke when he was training with Luke, and
Yes.
Luke was about to kill him,
Yeah.
but Luke changed his mind right there at he changed his mind, and then
He felt betrayed, so it justified him
yeah,
just killing everybody.
yeah. Well, I mean you got to be careful of the dark side
You really do?
because that got weird in that last movie.
Oh, with Palpatine? Oh my
Yes.
god.
All right, so everybody I know that's a Star Wars fan, as big of one as me, was like frustrated that they brought Palpatine back.
Yeah.
Because it felt like, and I do agree with this partially, I enjoyed seeing Palpatine again. I thought it was kind of like that was the best you could do, was say Rey's a descendant. Okay. But I thought it was like a cop-out bringing Palpatine back. They couldn't come up or have another Sith Lord. So they were like, let's bring back Palpatine. And he has this hundreds of thousands of people army that he just has been hiding for I don't know how many years.
Ain't no telling.
Ain't no telling. Like
on a planet that nobody knew existed.
Yeah, really? Come on. And then a bunch of civilians show up with blasters and, their own little ships and win.
Yeah.
All right. Come on. Sure.
I thought it was a little wacky at the end.
It was a little interesting.
Yeah.
It was cool. The cinematography was great.
Oh, yeah.
The animation was phenomenal. Storyline. Come on. Yeah. I know George isn't there anymore, but bring him back. Come on. Let him come up with something.
Because he had that vision, man,
He created the freaking thing. Come on.
I know. And it's like people want more of what was in that man's mind,
Brilliance.
Yeah.
Literally.
Because I think, the first one came out in like 77?
Something like that. Had to be.
I think it was.
I don't know why you're looking at me. I don't know.
I just have a habit of looking over at you all the time.
You're like the dictionary. You got to know these things.
Well, he wants me to look at my phone, but then I'm looking at the monitor, and I'm like, oh, I guess he wants me to look that
No,
up.
I was just wondering, curious, possibly.
Then I'll get distracted on things on my phone.
Curiosity.
Well, it's weird when I was like at CMA Fest, our table was set one way, and I kept getting distracted by all the people walking around, and all the audio in the whole daggone place was phenomenally loud. And Caitlin moved the table. That way I couldn't see nobody.
It drove him nuts the second day because of that, but then he got used to it. Well, yeah, he was doing this interview with someone who he was really excited about, and then
it was me, guys. It was me. I'm just kidding.
No, you were the way where he couldn't see anybody, but no, and he kept getting distracted, and you could tell they were getting a little frustrated, and it was just Well, so I was like, all right, we're moving. You're looking at a wall.
Yeah,
you did it.
I did it. It was thanks to Caitlin.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's one thing I love about when you got good people that help you create something and do things.
It's such an underrated thing.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are. You cannot make it anywhere by just strong arming your way through it.
Yeah.
Or if you do, you won't be happy in the end.
Yeah.
I know that's very philosophical to say, and I'm not an expert in this, so some PhD will critique me. But I really do believe that there's an element of being able to be like determined and disciplined and strong arming your way through a lot of obstacles in life. But our industry, for example, all the times that I post on social media every other day, that's not me. I couldn't do that much. I was running my social media until I was like 19.
Yeah.
And then I respond to people's messages and comments, but I'm not creative enough to come up with all those freaking posts. I pay somebody to do that.
Yeah.
And they do a great job at it. I don't know the places or the festivals or the bars that are looking for a 20-year-old country artist to come and rock the house with his band, some of his best friends.
Yeah.
I got an agent that does that. You have to have that team. You're not going to be able to. I couldn't go and do what Caitlin's doing. I understand recording, but I wouldn't be able to sit there the whole time and do it.
Yeah. It's crazy stuff like that, and it's like, especially in podcasting, you got to have the equipment, you got to have this, you got to have that, because you want to put out the best you can for these artists,
Yes, you do.
And then you run into a situation where, like, if you're sitting and doing an interview and you're running a whole damn show, then you'll forget to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're trashing the whole show.
Yep.
And it's just a whole lot easier to have somebody that you can depend on and trust and knows what you're doing with the show, and they try as well.
The worst, because we talked about this before we started recording, that I have a podcast that I'm not very active with, but I have one.
Yeah.
Though I was the one doing her job while also trying to talk with them, and my co-writer that I was also my co-host, we'd be talking to the person that we were interviewing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get to the end of the episode and be like, oh my gosh, you could hear their headphones in the mic the whole time. I didn't know what in the world a noise gate was or compression or any of that stuff was.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that you could fix it afterwards. Well, we'd have to trash whole episodes and then, have them back 2 weeks later when it fit into their schedule. So thank you, Caitlin.
Well, that's what's weird because people actually send me questions about podcasting and stuff.
As they should. You've got quite the setup.
And I try to tell them things, and I've had quite a few people get mad at me because, well, this is what the industry says I can use. Well, the industry is telling you can use your cell phone.
Which, yes, technically
you can. I could do that. You do it all the damn time when you're, Facebook Live and when you're out somewhere or something, or,
the audio sounds like crap.
Yeah. That's the whole thing. You got to look at the audio. You got to look at the video, all these things that you got to, look at. And when you try to tell people, I had somebody hit me up the other day. This is the microphone I'm using, but for some reason I keep getting feedback and I keep getting this and I keep getting that. My first question was, are you wired directly into your computer? Or are you going through a soundboard? Mm-hmm. No, it's straight into the computer. It says I can do that. This is what it's made for. And I'm like, but this is your problem.
This is the root of it. I solved it.
Yeah, and they got mad at me because of it.
I don't like when people ask questions and then don't like the answer. Does anybody else get frustrated with that? This is when I wish we were live just so I could get like the people in the comments to be like, agree. You're asking the question.
Yeah.
And you're asking the question because you don't know the answer, ideally.
Yeah.
So if you don't know the answer and someone answers, don't just say they're wrong and get mad because you don't like what came out at the other end.
But again, if you was an audio engineer, you would already known this. Mm-hmm. But you're not, so you're asking questions, and I'm answering as an old school audio engineer. Mm-hmm. And if you don't like my answer, I can call Caitlin, and she'll tell you the same damn thing I just did, but she's got a degree in audio engineering.
Really?
I sure do.
You got an AET degree?
Yep, from Belmont University.
No way.
Yep, 2020 graduate.
Who'd you have survey of audio engineering with?
Oh, God.
Rob Coates? Big old Southern boy?
I don't remember.
He was the best. I love that man. Rob, if you ever listen to this, you rock. That was a great class. That was my only ever audio, I never had to take DAW or any of that stuff. That was my only, audio-based class. I was still a music business major.
I minored in music business.
Yeah, so I had to take that. Who'd you take survey of music business with? Larry Wachholtz?
No, it was a
love that man.
woman, and she was really short and had really high energy. I'm so bad with names, and it's been almost 6 years now, so I don't remember.
True. That's true. 2020, COVID year.
Was
your graduation all awkward and stuff? Was it over Zoom?
So, yeah, it was on a screen. And then I had to walk the following year because my parents made me.
Yeah, you guys did the makeup session or ceremony.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting because it's okay, well, I'm already in my career now, and now I have to go back to school just to walk.
I got to go walk across stage in the curb.
I'm sorry, I can't do this show tonight. I got to go walk the stage.
But for our graduation or whatever, is literally tune in live, and it's just our names on a screen, and that's it. No one even said anything.
Yeah.
That's my homeschool high school graduation had more than that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild. There was 120 some kids in my homeschool graduation class.
Yeah.
Had kids from Maine, Kentucky. So weird. I don't know why they chose Gallatin, Tennessee to graduate from.
That's the way it is, man.
That's the way it is. Technology.
I don't know. I never got a degree.
Really? Hey, arguably that's the way to go in 2025.
Well, I started doing lights and sound for a bunch of local bands around, and I had a knack for it. And I went in with one of the bands that was doing their little 4-track demo that we used to do back in the day. Mm-hmm. And struck up a conversation with the guy that had the studio and everything, and next thing I know, he's like giving me a call at home going, "Hey dude, you got anything? I got a band coming in. I could use some help." So I went over there and I helped. And, dude, I started out on 2-inch reel to reel.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I think that's cool. Like, there's certain things you don't have to go to school for if you're already in that industry. Like, I'm learning a lot doing what I am, but I used to be a music business major.
Yeah.
And, like, I was sitting in a music publishing class. We've already talked about this. Like, my parents have a publishing company. I know what a song plugger is. And, like, I'm learning what a song plugger is in my class.
Yeah.
So it was like a series of events, but it was that led me to being a legal studies major with a minor in music business.
Right.
I was like, the one thing I don't know is the law in this industry and contracts. I want to have a firm understanding of that. And so I felt like it'd benefit me in the long run more so than sitting and survey of music business and learning what the Screen Actors Guild was while I was on the board of directors for the Screen Actors Guild for the office in Nashville. So, little moments like that.
Yeah, but my granddaddy told me a long time ago, it's like every day you get up, look forward to that day. Mm-hmm. Because within that day, you should at least learn at least 1 or 2 things a day that you have no clue about. Mm-hmm. And one day you can sit down and think, I learned this somewhere. Where did I learn that? Oh yeah, I learned it there and blah, 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 and, but it wasn't at a school. It wasn't here. It was just life, yeah. And, I feel like sometimes I'm probably the stupidest sumbitch out there.
Oh, I'm one of them.
But there's times where, no, wait a minute. I know what the hell I'm talking about here, and this is what happens. And this is, I know you can't do this. New technology and all this other stuff. It's great. I love it. But there's certain things that you have to look at and go,
I don't know.
That don't sound right, dude.
Yeah.
That's not what I learned, and
I like that a lot. I like that mentality of like trying to learn stuff. I read a lot, even audiobooks. I'm always listening to audiobooks in the car. I'm listening to podcasts where they're interviewing PhDs and people that I could only imagine to be a quarter as smart as, those types of people. And I feel like I learn a lot from that. And I think that that's valuable because you can apply it really to your everyday life.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not a very intelligent person, but I like to say that I know enough to have a conversation with anybody.
Right.
And I can start a conversation with anybody.
Well, it's like, I love listening to Jordan Peterson.
Oh my gosh.
That man is so freaking intelligent.
Smart. He really is. One of my other favorite shows that I listen to is called Modern Wisdom with a guy named Chris Williamson.
Okay.
And he himself is not a doctor of any field.
Right.
But he has he's got over 1 billion streams now on his show. He has such a big audience that he can bring in those people that are the doctors of their fields.
Right.
And experts. And it's just so interesting to listen to them talk. And listening to them has led me to books. And those books have led me to have thoughts of my own.
Yeah.
That's all it is. That's all learning is just getting enough knowledge about something to be able to create your own thought.
Right.
And have your own opinions on something.
And this is something I'm having to deal with right now because how you know something or you feel like you know something.
Yeah.
But then somebody can prove you wrong.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm having a hard time with understanding that whole learning how to deal with, okay, you can prove me wrong, but then I get pissed off because then they can't, and I'm right to begin with, and we just had a 15-minute conversation about why I was wrong. What the hell?
But you turned out to be right in the end.
Exactly.
That's another one of those things, like we said earlier, where it's like people ask a question or want to have a debate, not an argument, a debate about something, but then they don't like what you say. So rather than beating the argument and beating your point, they just get mad and tell you you're wrong.
Yeah.
And will die on that sword.
Oh, yeah. or totally walk away from you, won't even talk to you anymore.
Or just leave. We see that on social media all the time.
Yeah.
Which I didn't think you could do, but apparently it's a solid way of getting out of something you're uncomfortable with, rather than actually having a conversation about it.
Yeah.
I've written songs about that, especially with what we've seen in the last few months, just alone.
Yeah.
Of people disagreeing with others, and the solution is drastically worse than it should be. Rather, if you disagree with somebody, beat their argument. Don't beat them, if that makes sense. And if you're wrong, admit that you're wrong. Well, it's not that hard.
Didn't that start many, many years ago when it was called, what was that called? A court of law?
Yeah, literally. Come on, guys. Come on. It's not that hard to understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Just head back and do it.
Yep.
You know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you this question. I asked you at CMA Fest, but you just released Red.
I did. Yes, sir.
So I'm going to ask you this question. I think I asked you at CMA Fest. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
When you release that song, are you sitting there watching it the whole time? Or are you just like hanging out? Or you just tell somebody to let you know how it's doing? Or you sitting there waiting for, I just hit 1K. I just hit 2K. You know, I mean,
I'm definitely not that person.
Okay.
That sits there and idolizes the numbers.
Right.
Obviously, if you want to have a career in it, the numbers are the only thing that really matter.
Yeah.
But that's never been me. I don't know why. My parents are my biggest supporters and cheerleaders. Mm-hmm. And so they've always been the ones that are like, 100K, look at that. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. I don't typically, there's a couple of times like on Spotify alone, we're creeping close to 1 million streams.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of times where I'll catch myself going to the Spotify artist thing and looking at the numbers and how many people are listening. But I'm more looking at it from the songwriter perspective, the storyteller perspective of, I did my best to put my thoughts into a piece of art, and I just hope people enjoy it. At the very least, it's out there in the world for hopefully somebody that needs to hear it is hearing it.
Yeah.
But I am human, and so naturally there's going to be a couple of times where I'm like,
I got to sneak. I got to look.
Why can't we just get over that 1 million mark? Come on. What's happening? Somebody needs to stream this thing. So there's going to be that. That is not my whole persona, though.
Yeah. Because I remember when I first started out with the podcast, I was like, I'd watch it. And then I got to where I was like, well, I'll check it every week, you know? And then I didn't even know I hit 250 episodes until the daggum thing popped up and told me, congratulations, you've done 250 episodes. And I was like, what the hell? Okay, well, I'll share it.
That's pretty cool. What episode was 250? Was it the last one you guys just did?
Yeah, American Mile.
That's super cool. That's awesome.
Wait, that was the last one?
Yeah, the last one, 250.
Oh.
So my 251, I'm the first one over the milestone?
You're 251.
There we go, right there.
And we don't have the live stream chaos this time.
There we go.
Thankfully.
Yeah, because
that was bad.
Was that chaos last time?
Well, it's like me and you was talking about earlier. For some reason, the live streams aren't doing as good as the recorded and released.
Yes. Okay.
Which I thought they would. Mm-hmm. And I've tried going that route, you know. But when you look at a live stream that you did 6 months ago, and it's only got 13 views, but then you go back to a show that you did when you first started out the podcast that was recorded and done, and you got 440 something views.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a problem here, you know, and I think a lot of people need to understand, though, there's different levels in the audience, the people that are watching. And some people can do live, and people love it, and they watch them religiously. Mm-hmm. But there's others that, they won't want to watch it live at all. They would rather just watch the recording of it and everything,
Yeah.
I guess it feels better to them, or I don't know.
So they can pop in and out without watching it.
Yeah.
And without missing like the spot that they were in, if they liked that topic but had to go, then it's a little bit easier to come back to that episode and stuff.
A distracted world nowadays.
ADHD.
Well, that's what's weird, because it was, we were doing live. We was doing it on Facebook and YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
But once we do it live, Facebook will delete it in 30 days.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
I didn't know it either until I started watching them. And then I kept getting this thing up that says your show will be deleted and blah, 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 blah. So that episode of that show that was live deletes in 30 days.
Gotcha.
On YouTube, it's on YouTube.
Yes.
It's there.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to go over to the live tab and go down.
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
I just figured, well, we did our little trial with it and we had some fun with it, and it actually gave more audience participation in the whole thing because we left the comments on. People could leave a comment. People could ask the artist that I was, sitting down with. They could ask them questions, and unless it was, who was your inspiration to do music, and then all that good stuff.
All the typical ones.
Yeah,
I ignored a lot of them. Someone called me out on that.
Why are you ignoring their inspiration? They're like, what do you think it
Well,
was? They listened to music growing up and they wanted to be a part of it.
yeah.
She would just say hi every single time, which was cool, fine, but like she never really asked a question. And then I made a comment. I was like, or he said something about, if you leave a comment, I'll respond. I was like, only if I think it's appropriate or whatever. And then, or I pick and choose, and she was like, yeah, I see that. I was like, oh, my bad.
Everybody's complaining about free speech on this podcast live stream. That's crazy.
It was funny.
That's hilarious.
But
That's
it was
funny.
The
Caitlin,
funny
you're
part of it
gatekeeping.
was actually a girl from my high school. Her name was Tanya. And
Really?
and she called me after the show was done and everything else, and I'm like,
No.
she was laughing her butt
You
out.
didn't tell me that.
Yeah, she was laughing her butt off because she called you out on air and you actually responded on air.
And I was like,
awesome.
I'm sorry.
That is awesome.
But that's the interaction, man. I mean, I thought it would be something cool. So
Neat.
you learn.
Well, I'm glad to be 251. I'm glad you had me on.
Yeah.
And
well,
I'm glad to be here talking with you.
It's I enjoy every time you're on.
Me too. We talk about everything.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter if we meet in a bar somewhere and say hi or whatever. We're always talking about something.
Star Wars, music,
Yeah.
free
Superman,
speech,
Batman.
Belmont.
Go
I'm starting to think that we might be the nerds.
It's possible.
I'm just recapping what we've talked about. I've talked about people having PhDs. We've talked about Star Wars, Superman, Batman, and going to college. I think we're the nerds.
And ADHD.
And ADHD.
Severe ADHD.
And to be honest with you, I don't even know if I have it. But you've heard me talk for this long.
I was diagnosed after I graduated, and I was like, that makes so much sense. Maybe I would have done a lot better in school, but
I've never been diagnosed. But let's be honest.
Yeah. Sometimes. I
don't even know what all the letters stand for. I know it's some sort of attention disorder thing. But guys, come on. And I play music for a living. That's like the most ADHD living you can have. It's a different song every 3.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Tell me that doesn't keep you distracted,
Oh, yeah.
I'm a goldfish.
Well, I mean, out of all your songs that you've wrote and performed, what's your favorite one to perform?
Oh, my. Oof. There's different ones. I'm going to grab my guitar for this. Actually, I feel like I can make a point with this. Hold on. I told you I was probably going to do this. If I can get my thing around like this.
Yeah, just get situated.
All right. We've got all this situated now. All right. I feel like there's variations to it. Like, my song Roots is always really fun.
Yeah.
These roots have held me down. This ground ain't ever seen the likes of you. That one's fun, and because the chorus is, now the river's rolling like you wrote it. Like, it gets big, and when we do it live, we do an extra chorus and a half on the end of it, and builds back up and ends with a big crash out. But then, like, I've got one that's not even out yet. That's called Tough. So she walked out, so she skipped town in a cloud of dust, and that's tough. Like, that one's fun to play live because it builds and it's so different. And it's in 6/8 for all my music nerds out there, so it's kind of got that ballady vibe, but it also gets big.
See, that's something I miss about like the late 80s, early 90s metal genre that were out there.
Yes.
They come out with some of the most awesome freaking ballads, man.
I know, right?
It was just amazing.
I know this is a little bit earlier than that, but I'm a huge Beatles fan. I really am. And you go back and listen to their music, and it's just phenomenal. Like, it really is. It really is just great music.
Yeah.
I'm a big Foo Fighters fan, Nirvana, Red Hot Chili Peppers, one of my favorite bands. Chad Smith is my favorite drummer of all time. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that will give me crap for that, but I stand by it. So I get my inspiration from everywhere.
Yeah.
And then I write everything. And also the crowds are always different in what they like listening to.
Yeah.
Like, if it's a crowd that is really into old country, then we had a fight about the same things we always do. I know it ain't right the way it came out of the blue, but every time the lights go out, we turn them back on somehow, and we'll make it through. And just like we always do. Like, that's one that I haven't even recorded, but I wrote that. So if they're an older country crowd, they might like listening to that. So my favorite songs to perform vary on the crowd.
Yeah.
Like, tomorrow night, obviously not tomorrow night for when this comes out, but tomorrow night I'm performing with my band at Martin's Barbecue down on 4th Avenue, downtown Nashville. And we're playing 4 hours. So naturally I'm going to have to play a good bit of my own songs that people have never heard in order to keep it, flowing. But that crowd always is different.
Which, I mean, I'm trying to remember. I don't think I've ever actually watched you full band.
It's an experience.
Ever been done a show? I don't remember.
Now, granted, at like Martin's, we're downtown Nashville, so it's more of like the cover band vibe. Yeah. We take requests. We'll play. It's a good morning, the state of Mississippi, pop was copping. Or we'll play a today is gonna be the day. We'll play We'll play all the stuff that people request.
Yeah.
I need to learn Freebird. I know it's a sin not to know Freebird, but I haven't learned it yet. But it definitely is still a different animal with me on stage with a band because I don't have to worry about as much.
Yeah.
As far as, keeping my timing and playing the whole time. And while I am a musician, there's something about being able to actually engage with the crowd and entertain the crowd. They're the ones that are actually there and putting money in the tip jar. Oh, yeah. So I want to keep them happy.
Yeah, you got to.
Naturally.
I think, I'll be, I got a show tomorrow, and then we're going to the Creed Fisher concert.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. Where's that at?
Hot Springs.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
That's where it's going to be at.
That's cool.
So I might, he was on the show.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
I had Creed on the show. I had Colt on the show.
Really? That's super cool.
And
they were back to back.
Yeah. And
whoa.
One of the things that started getting me mad about the the whole streaming crap.
Well, that was
Because-
on their end
Yeah, that was on their end because of the
where they were.
yeah, it was they were having Wi-Fi problems,
Oh, okay.
which I
Yeah.
keep thinking in my head, we're sitting here, we're not having Wi-Fi problems. Why? Because you're here. That's why, and I think more people need to get back to that.
I don't think we would have got distracted talking about Star Wars had I not been here.
Exactly.
And that honestly was like the best part of the show for a lot of people. A lot of people are going to hear us go on that tangent and be like, all right, click.
Oh yeah.
And then there's going to be the few, the proud. They're like, all right, my Star Wars peeps.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
But I do like Star Trek too. I mean, it's just
I have seen the movies, when they had, what's his name? Oh no, what's his name? The new movies, where,
oh yeah, the new ones. Because that one dude that was supposed to be like Spock, that dude nailed Spock.
he crushed it.
I was like, holy crap.
I will say that almost made me a Star Trek fan. Almost. I know those are fighting words.
It
Almost.
happens.
Scotty, beam me up.
Yeah.
Isn't that Scotty that's in charge of that?
Yeah. And
Is he in charge of beaming him up?
yeah, well, I mean, a lot of people say Scotty beaming up or something
Yeah.
like that. But, Scotty was actually the engineer of all
That's
of it.
right.
So,
Because that actor died. That actor died that played Scotty.
yeah.
That was so tragic. I remember when that happened. I didn't even know him, and
But the
still
new
felt
guy that's
terrible.
playing him is like freaking fabulous at it.
Really?
He's really doing a really good job.
I might have missed that. I need to go watch him.
And you can't miss him because he was in some weird movies back in the day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What kind of weird movies?
There was one where it was him and another dude.
That narrows it down. Thank you,
And-
David.
Yeah, I know. I'm narrowing it down because I can't remember his name. But anyway,
Jake Gyllenhaal?
no, Simon something.
Simon something?
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
Simon Says.
Yeah.
What is his last
Well, I
name?
ain't got my phone. I can't look it up. But anyway,
Oh, wait. What? Oh, I'll look it up. What are we? Star Trek? Who? I'll be honest. I probably watched like
Scotty,
one thing of that.
who played Scotty on the new Star Trek. But he had some other shows that were movies that were out there, and one of them was where it was him and a buddy.
Simon Pegg.
Simon Pegg, that's his name.
Yes, he does crush that. He's a great actor.
Yeah.
He was in all the Mission Impossibles.
Yeah, he was in the Mission Impossibles, but he also had him and his little fat friend did some shows, and one was where he became a constable at
Oh no!
Rude.
Here come the comments.
God.
I can't even remember his little friend's name either.
Should I look up Little Fat?
That's the better way to describe. What's crazy is saying little friend is a better way to describe him. That's absolutely amazing. You know that little fat friend of his.
Yeah, but it was funny. They actually made a really good team
That's neat.
because it was one of them was where they were fighting zombies.
Oh, naturally.
in England.
Okay.
and then he was a police constable that was put in a different town that he wasn't used to, and he solved some kind of big murder crime
I
thing.
remember this. Yes. Now I remember what you're talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah.
And it
Great
was
actor.
funny.
Great actor.
It was actually really, really good.
I'd actually really like to work with him. Simon Pegg is a great actor. He's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
He can be serious. He's hilarious.
Well, he's doing voiceover work too.
That's how I met Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
Was on a show I was doing for Amazon called Stinky and Dirty.
Yeah.
And Mark played a spaceship or a plane. It was a flying
Something.
vehicle. And the director, Allison, God bless her, she knew how big of a Star Wars fan I was.
Yeah.
And she was like, all right, I can't officially tell you this, but he is coming in to record before you tomorrow. So come in 30 minutes early and you'll meet Luke Skywalker.
Right.
That was and I got to meet him a couple times after that, but that was the coolest thing ever. That was up there with working with Clint Eastwood and Betty White.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
That's, to me, that's like my, just super cool. And he was the
Goal
nicest guy.
achievement level.
Yeah, and he was the nicest human being ever.
Oh, yeah.
He was awesome, super good at voice acting. Obviously, if you go to his IMDb, like half of his credits are voice acting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's actually on record as being one of the best Joker voices.
Really?
Yes, he does the voice of Joker on the animated series.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And it's just something about
The way he, yeah.
But he comes up with these voices, and it's just like, I see Mark Hamill, I see Luke, I see the Jedi, you know, and then he's coming up with the voice of the Joker, and he's considered one of the best, and I'm just
That's
like,
pretty cool.
Holy crap.
I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
really cool. That's super, super cool.
So you learn something new every day?
I learn something new every day. It's called life, people. You learn new things.
Yeah. And it's, I'm full of useless knowledge that most people think are the crap. I might not know names and stuff, but yeah, I kind of know where I'm going.
That's okay with it. I'm okay with it.
It's okay.
That's okay with it. See, I'm not the smartest.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Words are hard.
Words are hard. See, that's why I'm not an English major.
Same. I can't spell it either. I'm terrible with that.
I have a class with a couple of English majors, and every time I'm around them, I feel dumber.
Okay, you're going to hate me.
Okay.
I'm fixing to bring something up.
Uh-oh.
I just thought of a great love song from a man
Let's write it right now.
to a woman. And it all starts with words are hard.
Oh.
You see where I'm going with this?
That could be cute.
Because guys usually don't know what to say to the girl.
Well, words are hard, but da-da-da. Now it's going to be stuck in my head, guys. Oh, my gosh. Well, words are hard, but I can try. If you let me, baby, we'll have a life. We'll build a life. And our words are hard, but I can try. Ah, that's gonna be stuck in my head.
See, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it just hit me when you said that.
Gosh, I hate you.
See,
Why'd you do this?
You said it, and she said it, and it just automatically flashed in my head. Guys have a hardest time talking to women. And if you could put from a guy's perspective, telling his woman that he loves, words are hard. You know, baby, I may make you cry, but I'm this guy.
That's so good. What the heck? I'm gonna have to give you writer credit on
I
this.
was about to say, write it down.
I'm sure it's been done 1,000 times, but we'll do it in a better way.
Exactly.
Oh God, what the heck?
You know, that's like, I think the greatest ever tragedy love song ever made was He Stopped Loving Her Today.
Oh,
And you have not heard anything else, even in that realm, ever since that song.
you haven't? No, you really haven't.
I mean, how do you top it? You can't.
Well, you can't.
You can't.
You have to acknowledge ahead of time if you're going into the right with the idea of, all right, guys, I got this great idea. We're going to beat He Stopped Loving Her Today.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
No, you're not. There's no way.
But you can come close. You can do your best.
Yeah.
That's like, to me, one of the greatest country songs, storytelling songs of all time is 3 Wooden Crosses by Randy Travis.
Right.
You can come close. I mean, A Rock by Hardy is a really close second. Like, it's a great song as well, storytelling song. But you're not going to beat 3 Wooden Crosses. Mm-mm. Like,
Well, that's like Vince Gill, man. He's got several songs that there's no way in hell you could ever top that. You could never, you don't even get in the realm. You
also,
know?
there won't be, that's a hot take, there won't be another male vocalist in the country world like Vince Gill. Like, his voice is so unique, even today, that you're not going to top that.
Yeah.
Not to mention the songs that he cut and the way he told them.
Yeah.
It's unbeatable.
It's crazy, all the artists out there, and it's just, there's specific ones, you know, that just pop up, and you're just like, dude, there's they were the shit. I mean, you know.
Brooks and Dunn are in there for me, like, dude.
Yeah.
Randy Houser, Ronnie Dunn and Randy Houser have some of the best vocals. Mm-hmm. How are you going to beat it? Then Chris Stapleton comes along.
Yeah.
How are you going to beat it? I mean, Dan and Shay have some of the best harmonies. How are you going to beat it?
Yeah.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah, and that's well, I mean, Chris Stapleton did that one song with Justin Timberlake.
Everybody say something, say something. He crushed it. It was so good. The music video was great.
The harmony, everything was just right there, man. I was just like, every now and then, I ain't gonna lie, every now and then, if I'm having one of those days, I'll just pull that song up.
It's such a good song. Oh my gosh.
You can clean house, you can do all kinds of stuff with that song going.
I used to play that song out live. That was such a good song. I love, because I'm a Justin Timberlake fan.
Yeah.
And then he came out with this song with Chris Stapleton. It's just like, okay, that came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
That's what I love about this industry, though, is we already have the greats.
Yeah.
At everything. Seriously, like you're not going to. So if you go into it with the mentality of, I'm not going to be one of them, so I'll just be myself.
Yeah.
I think that's where the people that stand out the most are.
Well, what I've been telling people, don't do this because of the money.
No.
Don't try to come in and say, well, I sound like so-and-so and so-and-so. No, stop that crap. Mm-hmm. Just be you. Mm-hmm. Do it because you love it, and do it because you're having fun at it.
Yeah. Yep.
The money will come.
Mm-hmm. I think we see that with I'm sure there's people that will compare him to somebody, but I love Gavin Adcock's music. Mm. I don't know who to compare him to. He's got his own sound, his own voice, his own style. He really does. He's really talented. Carter Faith. I love Carter Faith's music. She's kind of like a new thing. I think that she's kind of like a new Dolly in a way, but in her own way.
Right.
And I mean that with the most respect. Like I would be very happy if I got compared to, well, maybe not Dolly, but I'd be happy if I got compared to George Strait or something, you know,
right.
But like, obviously we're not going to beat them.
Right. Well, I mean, there's Jordan Rainier.
Yeah.
I love her freaking voice.
Yes. Oh my gosh. She can sing.
And she's got that whole attitude behind that voice.
Yep.
And
I see her social media. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, I love the crap out of that girl. She's just awesome.
Absolutely.
And then Shayna G. I love that rasp that she's got in her voice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know,
we really didn't have somebody that really sang with a rasp like that in a while until Megan Maroney came back around. Kelsey Ballerini has a little bit, but it was like Megan that's like her sound.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely.
But then there's artists that I see and I hear. I love what they're doing and I love their vocals and all this other stuff. But then I'm like, who the hell picked that song for you?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You don't need to be on that avenue. You need to go over on this street and you need to try this and okay, look, I know certain songwriters, they can write 20, 30 number ones and all this other stuff.
Yep.
But give me that one person that just started writing songs.
Mm-hmm.
And let's go through what they've already written. And then let's look at this and
how can we build off of it?
Yeah. How can we make this where that song fits this person and that voice?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. I get chills off of that.
Yep.
Just thinking about that, I get chills off that.
Yep. Absolutely.
Because
I get it.
To me, that's more creativity. It's bringing something about what I think needs to happen.
Yes.
Because we've already seen the formula. We've already seen what people are doing, and you hear it all the time. She sounds just like, and no, be that own person.
Yes.
Let them take that song to a level that is them.
Yep. Absolutely.
That's what I love.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Creativity.
Creativity. Absolutely. I get my inspiration from everybody. And one thing I say as an artist and a songwriter is the worst thing that you can say. I might have even said this when I talked to you at CMA. The worst thing you can say as an artist and songwriter is, this is what I've always done. This is how I've always done my music. This is what I've always preached in my songs.
Yeah.
Your audience is continuing to grow and get older and experience life and have views on things in different ways.
Yeah.
If they see that you're doing the same cookie cutter stuff, people can smell bullcrap from a mile away.
Oh, yeah.
You will be hard pressed to find any of my songs that are naturally, when it's heartbreak or if it's a love song, those are the same ideas.
Yeah.
But the way we go around them are the same, are different. But
The structure.
the style, the structure, I try to keep fresh and different. And you might hear some where they're like, oh, that reminds me of one of your other songs, but the message is completely different. The story is completely different.
Yeah. Well, just bring back Justin Timberlake for a second. Look at him, where he started. He was in a boy band.
Yep.
And
They're back.
Are they back?
Oh, I muted myself. Yeah, they were on a tour and like they're touring and stuff.
That's In Sync, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry, I was a little too young. So
Yeah. Well, look, one of my breakups that I had was filled of me singing in sync.
no way.
And I'm not going to lie.
Ba, ba, ba.
I pulled up in front of her house one day with the stereo cranking, and she was outside, and I stopped and I looked at her, the stereo blasting. And when we got to that point, bye bye, baby, bye bye, I left.
No way. Yes. That is the greatest thing I have ever heard.
It is crazy as all get out, dude.
I thought that's like Hallmark movie worthy.
Yeah,
I didn't
well,
think
you
that
know.
was actually real life.
No, it's real. It's during my second divorce. If you would have called me, you would have got my voicemail on my phone with Creed playing in the background.
No way.
Creed got me through a lot of my second divorce.
I remember, because I didn't grow up being like the biggest boy band guy.
Yeah.
But I remember the impact that the Jonas Brothers and One Direction had when they split. When both of those bands split,
Yeah.
all over half of our population went insane.
Yeah.
Every girl I know had a mental... That was when depression started being popular in America.
Oh, yeah.
Was when One Direction, who wasn't even an American band, they were all British.
Yeah.
I'm sure some of them are Irish or something like that. I'm sorry.
knows?
UK. And freaking the Jonas Brothers broke up. That was when everything went crazy.
Yeah. And now they're back out on tour right now.
Now they're back out and crushing it. Mm-hmm. I want to go see the Jonas Brothers on tour. I really, really do.
I almost went to their concert, but then
Really?
the tickets were a scam.
No.
Yes.
Yep.
The band that sings I got your picture, I'm coming with you, dear Maria, count me in. All Time Low, right?
All Time Low.
All Time Low, thank you. It took me a second to think of it. They brought them out on stage at one of their shows and sang that song with them. And I love that song. That's like my gym pump-up song is I got your picture.
American Rejects opened for him in Nashville.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, that's why I really wanted to go. Because, like, I was a big Jonas Brothers fan when I was a kid. But now when my friend's like, hey, I got tickets, I was like, oh, cool. Yay, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that,
But American Rejects would have been cool.
That's so. I love their new stuff though, like the Jonas Brothers' new song. Like when they came out with "We Go Together."
Oh yeah,
Sucker
like
Free.
more.
When they came out with "Sucker," like that was such a good song. Ryan Tedder, the lead singer of One Republic, wrote that with them. And the way he wrote it, he was in the studio with them, and they played him the boom, boom, like they played him the bass line, the track that they had.
Yeah.
And he just said the first thing that came to mind, which was, I'm a sucker for you. And they all looked at him. They were like, how the hell did you come up with that right on the spot like that? He was like, I don't know. Do you guys like it? They're like, yeah, we like it. And then they wrote the song, and it was their like comeback song,
Yeah. Well, I seen something. I can't remember the guy's name, but he was doing the late night circuit and stuff. And it was like he could create music without an instrument.
Oh, that's cool.
And it was like just doing different things and like,
Oh, Charlie Puth.
Yeah.
On the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
Yeah, he took a cup and a thing. Yeah. I did an online class that Charlie recorded and watched him do like his whole production method.
It's mind-blowing.
So dumb. I didn't realize you could do all of that.
It's crazy.
Phenomenal. He's brilliant.
I have not heard of him in years.
Yeah, right? It was, I'm only one call away. That was like
nice.
the last time people like thought of him, right?
yeah.
Probably.
But he's still out here dropping some bangers. He's
Is
got
he?
that, you turn me on like a light switch when you're around in a room.
Oh.
He has got that song that went popular on like TikTok and stuff. He's a very talented guy, and he has perfect pitch, so it just makes me even more mad. He got like every gift needed to be an award-winning artist.
Yeah.
He's phenomenal, and I know he's very good at what he does.
But it was natural. It wasn't taught.
Nope.
You know,
Natural. Yeah.
that's what I love. I love natural stuff. Or like other people say, organic.
Yes. Yes. Yes, absolutely. You want me to play?
You've been playing.
I'm sorry, guys. Okay. Do you want to hear? You want me to play Red, or you want me to play like one that's new and never been released, or any of that?
Well, here's the thing, and I'm not being picky about stuff, but very simply, Red just released, and it's streaming. I don't want people coming over to my show and streaming it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So I'll play something different.
Just play something play me something that has been like a staple for you. Something that is just like the tried and true, the something that you've been very proud of.
Trying to think, because
Do we need to call Mom?
no, I'm just thinking because like I'm proud of everything that I write, and my new stuff that Red is a part of. I'm really proud of.
Right.
Only people haven't heard it.
Yeah.
So it's hard to be like, well, this one's a staple, but it's a staple for me as a writer.
Yeah.
But as an artist, like, is it? So I'm trying to debate if I want to play one of those new personal staples
Yeah.
or one that is out. Which one would you like to hear? One that's out, or like one that's like a new one?
One that's out already.
All right.
That because I'm all about you guys,
Yeah. I'm going to play Roots. We talked about it earlier.
Yeah.
And this is one that I have so much fun playing it live with my band.
Yeah.
It's just a fun song to do, honestly. Yeah, I love this song. So I'll play Roots. I wrote it with my friend Erica Latza. And we put it out on The Ride Phase 2, I believe. Or is this even older? I think it's from The Ride Phase 2.
Okay.
My last full album. These roots have held me down. This ground ain't ever seen the likes of you. And your wayward winds ripped them up the night that it tore through. These roots, these stones in your riverbed ain't lost their edge. They cut me to the bone when your waters rose. Now drowning here's the only thing I know. These stones, now the river's rolling like you rode in, right on past the warning signs. Don't I know it, 'cause I'm broken, floating underneath the pines, till the day the Flint runs dry. These tried holding on, but they can't keep a heart already gone. It was never meant to hurt like this. Don't know where it went wrong. And now the river's rolling like you wrote it, right on past the warning signs. Don't I know it, 'cause I'm broken, floating underneath the pines, till the day the Flint runs dry. Dry. And now the river's rolling like you wrote it, right on past the warning signs. Don't I know it, 'cause I'm broken, floating underneath the pines. River's rolling like you wrote it, right on past the warning signs. Don't I know it, 'cause I'm broken, floating underneath the pines, till the day the Flint runs dry. The day the Flint runs dry. These roots have held me down, this ground ain't ever seen the likes of you. And your wayward winds ripped 'em up the night that it tore through.
All right.
Thank you, thank you.
I like that.
Sorry, Caitlin, that one was loud. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
I know, that's why I had to pull this up because I was on both boards. I was like, oh, wait.
Sorry. Yeah, it was a little bit bigger. Yeah.
See, that's why you got to have somebody that has actually experienced live sound
Back
before.
there doing it. Yep.
Yeah, because she fixes me a lot too. So, I mean.
There you go. But yeah, that song has been like kind of a staple when we perform.
Yeah.
When we were in Idaho this summer, we were not far from Boise, about an hour and so away from Boise. They were loving two-stepping to the songs we were playing. Mm-hmm. I'd never seen people like two-step and swing dance to Roots.
Yeah.
And they did it. And it was the coolest thing ever. I'd never seen that. You know, it was my own song. So seeing people like love it and dance to it is super cool. And we got to experience that. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. That was really cool.
See, that would tickle me knowing that, okay, I played this and I seen that and I knew they did it. But like, it would still come back in my head thinking, I'm not there, but I know they're playing that song.
Yep.
And they're still doing that dance.
It is kind of neat. It's an interesting thing. It's also neat when the people have no idea who you are.
Yeah.
Which, in my case, is pretty much every town I go to. If I'm just being honest with myself. But allowing them to have their own take on me and my music and hopefully have a good time. It's a neat feeling.
I love it.
I enjoy it. Thank you.
I can't. I'm trying to find the words. Hang on.
Okay.
Words trip me up. In the time that I've known you and everything else, and looking at things that you've done, because I'm notorious for researching people and stuff.
Of course.
And you're one of those artists that makes me very, very proud of who you are.
Thank you.
And what you have done and for the reasons you're doing it.
Thank you.
Know?
That means a lot.
That's because, I mean, it's everything you've been doing is for the right reasons, you know? Because you got a lot of fakes out there. You got this, you got that, you know. But when you can run across an artist that's actually doing what some of the greats did back in the day.
Thank you.
That means a lot.
Thank you so much.
And I appreciate you being on the show.
Of course. I know that we've been going for a while. Can I play you one that is not out?
You know the deal.
Are you?
If you want to play it, you can play it.
I would like to, if that's okay with you.
You're
is
fine
that okay
with
with you, Caitlin?
Of course.
Okay.
You're not at 1:30 yet.
Okay. I am
10 minutes.
I am going to pull up the lyrics to this one so I don't mess it up, because this is like brand new, and I love this song so much.
Well, you already started playing the brand new to be finished rope.
Yes, of
Words
course I
are
did.
hard.
This doesn't get much bigger than that, so if you need to turn it up. I wrote this one after some stuff that had just been going around over the last couple of months. Mm. I sat down with Erica and our new friend, Kylie, and threw this idea out there, and we wrote this one.
Awesome.
When did kids stop playing out in the yard? And mamas didn't worry about them going too far. Well, there ain't no wonder left in their eyes. Somebody prove me wrong, 'cause I don't wanna be right. And why is letting bullets fly now the only way? 'Cause you couldn't find a good string of words to say. And all we do these days is hate and fight. Somebody prove me wrong, 'cause I don't wanna be right. And nobody's living like Jesus said we should. And they say he doesn't care, 'cause he would change it if he could. Sometimes it seems the world has really gone to hell this time. So somebody prove me wrong, I don't wanna be right. Somebody prove me wrong, I don't wanna be right. Well, I never thought I'd have to say, in the land of the free, yeah, you gotta be brave. And is the red on the stripes even worth the lives? Somebody prove me wrong, 'cause I don't wanna be right. Nobody's living like Jesus said we should. And they say he doesn't care, 'cause he would change it if he could. Sometimes it seems the world has really gone to hell this time. So somebody prove me wrong, I don't wanna be right. Somebody prove me wrong, I don't wanna be right. It's hard to change who you are without knowing where you've been. I hate to think we've gone too far and the world is at its end. And at some point it's gotta turn around. We'll remember we stand on equal ground. And I think I'll see it in this life. Somebody prove me wrong, but I think I'm right. Somebody prove me wrong, but I know I'm right.
Hell yeah.
Thank you. That one's called Prove Me Wrong.
I like that.
It's not out. That's actually the first time it's ever been played out.
Wow.
So,
dude, I appreciate you playing it on here.
I felt like with the conversations that you and I always have, I felt like that one kind of touched a lot of the topics that we discussed. So,
Yeah.
it only felt right.
Well, I mean, you know, that's what I like about when me and you hook up somewhere or running into each other. It's just there's always good conversation.
So I was really hoping that you'd let me play that on here. I just felt like with how we always end up talking, we always end up touching on something that's serious and then a little fun. And I felt like that song.
Well,
Really proud of that one.
To me right now with everything that's going on in the world and I think people need to stop and think and have some fun, you know, because you never know. I had a best friend of mine die from cancer, and it was out of the blue. He had it. Maybe 3 weeks later, he was gone. And you don't really realize how short life is.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of causing hate and turmoil and all this other shit, get along, have some fun, enjoy what God has gave us.
Absolutely. I'm going to a funeral tomorrow before my show for a friend of mine that died of cancer.
Man.
Had it for years, and I saw her a month ago. She was fine, just doing her treatment like she had been. And then, you know, a couple weeks later, it was like, she's gone.
Yeah.
I just saw her. What do you mean? So life is short. Life is precious.
Yeah.
And if you disagree with somebody, beat the argument, not the person. If that makes sense.
Okay, here's where I go back to back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, if you had a disagreement with somebody and somebody pissed you off or they pissed, you know, whatever, you get in a fist fight.
Mm-hmm.
You'd whoop each other's ass.
Mm-hmm.
But 10 to 15 minutes later, you're both sitting at the bar drinking a beer together. And I've got a lot of good friends that they either whoop my ass or I whoop theirs.
I've gotten in fights with my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just us dudes being idiots, but
I don't know.
I think there's something to it.
You know, I think there is too. I mean, it's just,
It's only right. It's got to be.
yeah, it's one of those things.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you so
It's
much for
okay.
having me on.
Dude, always
I
a
love our
pleasure.
talks. I really do.
I love having you on, and it's always, hell, I love running into you out in the crowd somewhere. You know? I mean, it's
always a good time.
always fun.
Caitlin,
And,
thank you.
Of course.
Thanks, Caitlin.
I always have myself muted, so.
Hey, that's okay. Thank you.
Yeah, she does it. I mean, it's just crazy.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, Jet, tell everybody where they can find you, buddy.
So everything from my music to my social media, it's real simple. It's Jet Jurgensmeyer.
Okay.
No Jet Jurgensmeyer official or music or none of that. It's Jet with one T, like a plane. Mm-hmm. And Jurgensmeyer.
It's a difficult spelling, but
Yes.
he's going to spell it for you.
It's Jurgensmeyer, just like it sounds. But if you don't want to do all that, if you type in Jet J, I'll typically be the first one that comes up.
Yeah, it pops right up.
Yeah, it's not a very common name. It's not a John Smith.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Okay, so we're going to get out of here.
Thank you.
And appreciate you being on.
Thank you so much.
Everybody, please remember, like, share, follow, subscribe.
Like, share, follow, subscribe.
It's a numbers game. Everybody is looking at numbers. If you want Jet to come to a town that's close to you or your town, that person that's booking artists for that town's wanting to know numbers and this and that and everything else. So
I bet your grandma's got a YouTube account. Send this to her.
yeah, there you
Let
go.
her listen to us talk about Superman
Yeah, and Star Wars
and Star Wars, of course.
and that cool.
May the force be with you.
Yeah, all the good stuff. May the
Live
force-
long and prosper. I'm diverse. I'm inclusive.
Exactly.
Everybody.
Exactly. I love it. All right. Everybody, like, share, follow, subscribe. Love you. Mean it. Bye.